Hey everybody, I hope you're doing good. We are going to talk about something that not many of you are probably going to be cool with in the beginning, because we're going to talk about how AI can actually help your overlanding journey be better, your trips be better, your gear purchases be better, even just for the regions where you're staying. AI can make everything way better. And I'm going to show you because I used AI whenever I went from Kenai, Alaska, here to Oklahoma. I used AI to help map out my trip. It was the wrong time of year, but it did give me points of interest, places to stay. It was just the wrong time of year. Everything was closed. But it really opened my eyes up to how good AI could be when planning your next overland trip. Okay, so I've got my phone set right next to the camera. And I'm going to turn on Grok and talk to Ara about AI and how AI can help. So she's helped me with things before, so let's see how good this works. Hey, Ara, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How can I help you?
So I'm doing my podcast, my All Over Overland podcast, YouTube show. So there's video to this as well. And I wanted to bring you on to kind of talk about how AI can be a beneficial tool when it comes to our overlanding journeys.
Oh, that's a great topic. AI can be super helpful for overlanding, like planning routes or finding campsites. Want me to dive into specific ways it can make your journey smoother? Or should we focus on something particular, like navigation or gear prep? I'm ready to chat for your podcast and YouTube audience.
So I appreciate all that. What I want to start with is kind of route planning. So let's say that I'm going to plan a route from Oklahoma City to Spokane, Washington. Just throwing a dart on the dartboard. Spokane, Washington. I want an overlanding route that will be less on the highway, more on backcountry roads, different things like that. And then points of interest along the way. Now I plan on taking 10 days to make this trip. So any good recommendations?
For a 10-day overlanding route from Oklahoma City to Spokane, Washington, sticking to backcountry roads and hitting interesting points along the way, here's how AI can help you plan a solid trip. Starting in Oklahoma City, you could head northwest through Oklahoma's Panhandle, aiming for the Black Mesa area. It's a bit rugged with dirt trails and offers killer views at Black Mesa State Park. Think stargazing and hiking to Oklahoma's highest point. From there, cut into Colorado via the Ouachita National Grassland. The backroads here, like County Road 8, are mostly gravel and dirt, perfect for overlanding, with wide open prairies and chances to spot antelope. Next, push towards southern Wyoming, using routes like the Medicine Bow National Forest backroads. Forest Service roads around Vidawu are great, rocky, scenic, and you can camp dispersed for free. A cool stop is the Ames Monument, a quirky, lesser-known pyramid honoring the Transcontinental Railroad. Expect about 3 days to this point, covering roughly 400 miles of mostly unpaved roads. From Wyoming, head into Idaho via the Caribou-Targhee National Forest. Take Forest Road 261 for a mix of gravel and dirt through dense pines and past Palisades Reservoir. A must-see is Mesa Falls, with its upper and lower falls, great for photos and a quick hike. This leg could take 2 days, keeping you off highways. For the final stretch into Spokane, cross into Washington and follow parts of the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route, or WAB-DRD. Start around the Columbia River and take Forest Road 233 north. It's a rough, barely maintained trail, but your viewers will eat up the adventure vibes. You'll pass through Colville National Forest, with epic views of the Cascades and spots like the abandoned town of Nighthawk, near the Canadian border. Plan 3 to 4 days for this section, as the WAB-DR's 575 miles can be slow going with loose rocks and mud, depending on weather. June to September is ideal to avoid snow. Points of interest to highlight for your podcast audience: the dinosaur track site in Colorado's Picket Wire Canyon for fossil nerds, the Oregon Trail Ruts in Wyoming for history buffs, and the Kettle Falls in Washington for a chill riverside stop. You'll want to budget a day for exploring these, maybe cutting a driving day to keep it at 10. AI tools like Gaia GPS or Onyx Offroad can map these routes, showing elevation, road conditions, and campsites in real time. They pull data from satellite imagery and user reports, which beats paper maps for accuracy. You can also use apps like iOverlander to find vetted campsites or water sources, crucial since cell service can be spotty. For your YouTube visuals, export these maps to show your route's twists and turns. Total distance is about 1,300 miles, leaning on back roads like 70% of the time. With 10 days, you're looking at 130 to 150 miles daily, giving you time for stops and recovery from rough trails. Pack extra fuel and water, as some stretches, like in Wyoming, can be remote. Check local road conditions before you go, as rain can make dirt roads a mess. Want me to tweak this for specific vehicle types or dive deeper into any of these stops for your audience?
Not right now. We're going to kind of stick with this, but we're going to change it up a little bit. So 10 days, could you even meal prep for me? Let's say that I'm a meat eater. I like basic vegetables. I don't want to take a whole lot of time cooking. Can you prep at least a dinner each night for me and give me a list of what it takes to make that?
Sure, I can help meal prep dinners for your 10-day overlanding trip, keeping it simple for a meat eater who likes basic veggies and doesn't want to spend much time cooking. These meals are designed for quick prep and cleanup, using minimal gear like a camp stove or portable grill. I'll assume you've got a cooler with ice or a 12-volt fridge to keep things fresh, and I'll stick to hearty, no-fuss dinners. Each meal serves one, but you can double up for others. I'll include a grocery list at the end. Here we go. Day 1, beef and bell pepper skewers. Skewer pre-cut beef chunks and bell pepper squares, season with salt and pepper, and grill over a camp stove for 8 to 10 minutes, turning occasionally. Serve with a side of instant mashed potatoes. Just add hot water. Ingredients: 8 ounces beef sirloin, pre-cut or cube at home, 1 red bell pepper, instant mashed potato packet, salt, pepper. Day 2, chicken and zucchini foil packet. Lay a chicken breast on foil, top with sliced zucchini, drizzle olive oil, sprinkle garlic powder, seal the packet, and cook over coals or a stove for 15 minutes. Ingredients: 1 chicken breast, half a zucchini, olive oil, garlic powder. Day 3, sausage and potato skillet. Slice pre-cooked sausage and a potato, toss in a skillet with a bit of oil, cook for 10 minutes until potatoes are soft. Add a handful of chopped onion for flavor. Ingredients: 1 pre-cooked sausage, like kielbasa, 1 potato, half an onion, olive oil. Day 4, steak and corn on the cob. Grill a pre-seasoned steak for 5 to 7 minutes per side and boil a corn cob in a pot for 10 minutes. Keep it simple with salt. Ingredients: 1 8-ounce steak, pre-seasoned, 1 corn cob, salt. Day 5, pork chop and carrot packet. Season a pork chop, place it on foil with baby carrots, add a pat of butter, seal, and cook over a stove or fire for 12 to 15 minutes. Ingredients: 1 pork chop, half cup baby carrots, butter, salt, pepper. Day 6, beef taco wraps. Cook ground beef in a skillet with taco seasoning for 8 minutes, spoon into tortillas, and top with chopped tomatoes. No cooking the tomatoes, just eat. Ingredients: 8 ounces ground beef, taco seasoning packet, 2 flour tortillas, 1 tomato. Day 7, chicken and broccoli stir fry. Cube a chicken breast, toss in a skillet with broccoli florets and a splash of soy sauce. Cook for 10 minutes. Serve with instant rice. Ingredients: 1 chicken breast, 1 cup broccoli florets, soy sauce, instant rice packet. Day 8, sausage and pepper stir. Slice sausage, bell pepper, and onion. Cook in a skillet with oil for 8 to 10 minutes. Quick and filling. Ingredients: 1 pre-cooked sausage, half a bell pepper, half an onion, olive oil. Day 9, steak and asparagus bundle. Grill a small steak for 6 minutes per side and wrap asparagus in foil with butter and salt, cooking for 10 minutes on the grill. Ingredients: 1 8-ounce steak, 6 asparagus spears, butter, salt. Day 10, burger and veggie skillet. Cook a burger patty in a skillet for 5 minutes per side, add sliced zucchini and onions around it. Cook another 5 minutes. Ingredients: 1 burger patty, half a zucchini, half an onion. Grocery list: for 1 person, 10 dinners. Meat: 2 8-ounce steaks, 2 chicken breasts, 1 pork chop, 1 burger patty, 8 ounces ground beef, 2 pre-cooked sausages, kielbasa or similar, 8 ounces beef sirloin. Veggies: 1 red bell pepper, 1 zucchini, 1 potato, 1 onion, 1 corn cob, half cup baby carrots, 1 tomato, 1 cup broccoli florets, 6 asparagus spears. Pantry: olive oil, butter, salt, pepper, garlic powder, taco seasoning packet, soy sauce, 2 flour tortillas, 1 instant mashed potato packet, 1 instant rice packet. Gear: cooler or 12-volt fridge, camp stove or portable grill, small pot, skillet, foil, basic utensils. Pack the meat frozen to stay fresh longer, and replenish ice daily if using a cooler. Pre-chop veggies at home to save time, and store them in reusable containers. Most of these cook in under 15 minutes, leaving you more time for your YouTube shots or relaxing by the campfire. Want me to add breakfast or lunch ideas, or tweak anything for your podcast discussion?
No, I just wanted to give an example of the type of food prep and planning that you could do for us for our overland trips. Now, I want to pivot into another thing. You mentioned a cooler or a fridge. I have a question for you. What would be a good fridge option, or maybe a couple of fridge options under $800, 12 volt, that I could keep inside my truck?
For a good 12-volt fridge under $800 to keep inside your truck, check out the Alpacool C9PT portable car freezer, about 10 quarts, which runs around $170. It's compact, cools fast, and works with 12-volt DC or standard AC. Great for smaller trucks or tight spaces. Holds about 8 18-ounce water bottles. Another solid pick is the Set Power AJ30, a 32-quart dual-zone fridge, around $300. It hits 0 degrees Fahrenheit for freezing and is powered by 12 or 24 volts DC, or even solar, fitting most truck cabs with its 27.5 by 13.6 inch footprint. Both are energy efficient and quiet, perfect for overlanding without draining your battery. Want me to dig into specific install tips or power setups for these in your truck?
Now, I haven't heard of either one of those. So what's a popular brand in a fridge that overlanders use?
Dominic's a super popular brand among overlanders, especially their CFX3 series. It's reliable, efficient, and built tough for rough roads, with models like the CFX345, around 45 liters, often praised for its low power draw and ability to hit -7 degrees Fahrenheit. ARB's another go-to, like their 50-quart fridge freezer, known for durability and great customer service, with a sturdy zinc steel body. Both brands are trusted for long-term use, but they can push close to or over $800, depending on the model. For a budget-friendly alternative, Bouge RV's 23-quart portable fridge, around $150, gets solid reviews for reliability and fast cooling, as folks on X have mentioned. Want me to narrow down a specific model for your truck, or focus on one of these brands?
Nope, just wanted to give some examples of what you're able to research and find for us. Another question that I have, going back to like trip planning, is I live in Oklahoma, and let's say that I've got Friday at 6 o'clock until basically Sunday evening. Can you tell me a good overlanding dispersed type camping trip that I can do from Oklahoma City that's just over the weekend?
For a weekend overlanding dispersed camping trip from Oklahoma City starting Friday at 6 p.m. and ending Sunday evening, head to the Black Kettle National Grasslands, about 2.5 hours west. Take US 270 to US 60, then county roads like CR 650 for gravel and dirt trails, perfect for your Jeep or truck. Spring Creek Recreation Area, near Roll, has 5 dispersed campsites with minimal crowds, ideal for a quiet escape. You can set up camp Friday night, no permit needed, just a fishing or hunting license or a Blue River passport for Oklahoma public lands. Saturday, explore the grasslands trails, spot wildlife like pronghorn, or hike to Skip Out Lake, about a mile out. It's primitive, so bring water and a portable stove. Sunday, hit the nearby Ouachita Battlefield National Historic Site for a quick history stop before heading back by 6 p.m. Total drive's about 150 miles each way, leaving plenty of time for chilling. Pack a cooler and check road conditions, as rain can make trails muddy. Want me to suggest specific gear or a route map for your podcast visuals?
No, that's on the west side of Oklahoma. Is there anything on the east side of Oklahoma that I could get to within a weekend?
Yes, on the east side, head to the Ouachita National Forest, about 3 hours from Oklahoma City. Take I-40 east to OK2, then hit Forest Road 6032 for gravel and dirt trails, great for overlanding. Near the Talamana Scenic Byway, you'll find dispersed camping spots like those off FR 6010, free and quiet with no permits needed. Just stick to existing sites. Leave Friday at 6 p.m., arrive by 9, and set up camp. Saturday, explore trails like the Board Stand Trail, a 4-mile loop with views of the Ouachita Mountains, or drive the Scenic Byway for epic ridgeline vistas. Sunday, Visit the Winding Stair Mountain overlook before heading back by evening, about 180 miles each way. Bring water and a camp stove, as it's primitive. Trails can be rocky, so check your tires. Want me to suggest a specific campsite or gear for this?
No, but now that you've mentioned tires, tell me what are good tire options for overlanding, back road driving here in Oklahoma, where we have a lot of red clay and it can be pretty slippery. Are we looking mud terrain, all terrain? What brands may be the best?
For overlanding on Oklahoma's red clay backroads, where it can get slippery, you'll want tires that handle mud and slick surfaces while still being decent for mixed terrain, since you're likely hitting some gravel or pavement too. Mud terrain tires are better for red clay because their aggressive tread and wider voids clear sticky mud faster, giving you grip on sloppy trails. All terrains can work for milder conditions, but often clog up in thick clay, as some overlanders have noted with models like the BFGoodrich All-Terrain TA KO3, struggling in wet mud. A top mud terrain pick is the BFGoodrich Mud Terrain TA KM3, great for its angular tread blocks and Crawl-Tech compound that dig into clay and resist punctures, perfect for Oklahoma's rough trails. It's durable, but can be noisy on highways. Another solid choice is the Falcon Wild Peak MT-01, which excels at mud evacuation and stays reliable in wet conditions, with good traction for under $300 per tire in most sizes. For a hybrid option, the Nitto Ridge Grappler blends mud terrain grip with all-terrain road manners, making it less loud for your drive back to Oklahoma City, and it's praised by overlanders on X for clay-heavy trails. If you lean toward all-terrain for better fuel economy and quieter rides, the Falcon Wild Peak AT4W has improved mud grip over its predecessor and strong sidewalls, ideal for occasional clay, but better for gravel or dry trails. Aim for tires with 3-ply sidewalls for durability and air down to about 20 psi on slick clay for better traction. Check sizes like 285, 70 R17 to fit most overlanding rigs. Want me to focus on a specific size or brand for your truck, or add tips for airing down on these trails?
No, but you didn't mention the tire that I have, so I want to see if my tire is actually going to be good for this area, and that's the BFGoodrich KO3, like the new tread design that they have. Is that one gonna do me good here in Oklahoma?
The BFGoodrich All-Terrain TA KO3 should work pretty well for Oklahoma's red clay backroads, but let's break it down. Its new tread pattern and all-terrain compound are designed for durability and grip across mixed surfaces like gravel, dirt, and some mud, with full-depth 3D sipes and a serrated shoulder for better traction in loose or wet conditions. It's got a 3-peak mountain snowflake rating, so it handles wet surfaces decently, and the Core Guard technology adds sidewall toughness for rocky trails. In tests, like one in Alaska, the KO3 performs strong in sloppy mud and sand, which bodes well for Oklahoma's clay when it's not too soupy. Overlanders on X, like some driving Cybertrucks, praise its off-road grip, though it's a touch noisier than stock tires. That said, red clay can be slick as snot when wet, and the KO3, being an all-terrain, might not clear mud as fast as a dedicated mud terrain like the KM3, especially in deep, sticky conditions. If you're mostly on gravelly backroads or drier clay, the KO3 is a solid pick, less aggressive but quieter and more fuel efficient for your weekend trips. Air down to about 18 to 20 psi for better grip on slick clay, and keep a recovery board handy in case you slide. Want me to suggest ways to prep your KO3s for the Ouachita trails or check compatibility with your vehicle?
No, that's okay. The next thing I want to talk about are like rooftop tents. Being in Oklahoma, and it's hot here and it rains a lot, so what are maybe 3 good options or styles of rooftop tents that people in Oklahoma should consider for the type of temperature that we have here?
For Oklahoma's hot and rainy weather, here are 3 solid rooftop tent options that balance ventilation, weatherproofing, and durability for overlanding in conditions like red clay mud and summer heat waves. First, the Thule Tepui Autana 3 is a great softshell pick. It's got a heavy-duty 600 denier ripstop polyester body with a robust rainfly that keeps rain out, and an included annex creates a dry space under the ladder for gear or chilling, key for Oklahoma's downpours. Its 4 large windows and roof vents allow airflow to combat heat, which can hit 90 degrees plus in summer. Setup takes about 10 minutes, and it's around $2,000, offering good value with a spacious interior for 2 to 3 people. Second, the The Roof Nest Condor 2 XL, a hard shell, is awesome for durability. Its ABS shell shrugs off heavy rain and wind, and the quilted interior lining helps with insulation against Oklahoma's humid heat. It has 3 zippered windows with mesh for ventilation, plus a 600 denier rainfly for extra protection during storms. It pops up in seconds, weighs about 160 pounds, and costs around $3,500. It's a solid choice if you want low maintenance and quick setup after driving muddy trails. Third, the iCamper SkyCamp 3.0 is another hardshell option with great features for Oklahoma. Its aerodynamic shell handles wind and rain well, and the thick polycotton canvas with a waterproof coating keeps you dry. It's got large windows and a skylight for max airflow in muggy weather, plus a quilted ceiling to reduce condensation. Great for those sticky summer nights. Setup is under 5 minutes, and it's priced around $1,000, fitting 2 to 3 people comfortably. All 3 have strong frames to handle Oklahoma's variable weather, from 90-degree heat to sudden thunderstorms. The softshell Etana is budget-friendly, while the hardshell Roof Nest and iCamper offer faster setup and tougher exteriors. Pair any with a portable fan for extra comfort and heat. Want me to dive into specifics like weight limits for your rig or how to mount these for your YouTube setup?
No, not necessarily. I just kind of want to give the viewers, the listeners, the watchers, kind of an overall of what AI can do for them to better that overlanding experience. And I think you've kind of shown me some things, and really there's it's wide open. Like there's so many different things that you, AI, basically can help us with. So I do appreciate that.
Absolutely. AI's got your back for overlanding, route planning, meal prep, gear picks, you name it. Thanks for having me on your podcast and YouTube show. If your viewers or listeners want more tips or specific ideas, just let me know where to dive in next time. Safe travels on those Oklahoma trails.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anything?
Oh, and I turned her off before she got finished. But that kind of gives you an idea. That's some of the ways that AI can be used. I know a lot of people are freaked out about it because they're worried that AI is going to take over all these kind of things. And you know what? I mean, they're probably legitimate concerns. I'm not going to lie. But if you think that you're not already experiencing AI and you just don't know it, you are. If you have a phone, it's already happening. And then if you're worried about privacy, your phone's been listening to you for years and keeping that data. In fact, I'm going to say pink bunny slippers. And if I say it enough, pink bunny slippers, and your phone's anywhere near you whenever you're listening to this about pink bunny slippers, you'll be surprised because probably pink bunny slippers are going to show up somewhere in some algorithm that you're in, whether it's on Facebook, TikTok, or whatever it may be. So it's always listening to you. So technology wins every time. It's there. You're probably already using it, even if you don't realize it, even if you don't know it. And like I said, technology always wins until there's some EMP blast that's going to wipe out all electronics and technology, and then we're in a whole different world. But yeah, use it. I think you'll be impressed with the amount of time it's going to save you in trip planning. Now, she does get things wrong every once in a while, so be aware of that and use it as a guide that you can alter as you go on the trips, or to get information about certain gear that you want. I mean, we could ask about a certain gear and ask the efficiency of it, the durability of it, get the reviews from it just by talking to AI, just by talking to Ara from Grok. ChatGTP is another great one. I use it quite a bit. I even use those, mainly ChatGTP, whenever I'm doing a podcast script. So I may have a podcast that I'm getting ready to do, and I know what it's going to be about. I'll put in the information to get some good search engine stuff. ChatGTP will actually search the internet and find different things for me. And then once it finds all that stuff for me, I will ask it to put it in a podcast script. And it will. And it'll put it in a really good podcast script. I'll also ask it for a highly rated SEO title, tags, and description for that video on YouTube. And I've been doing that for the last couple weeks. And I got to tell you, I think I've seen some good results from that, from the videos that I've put out. They've kind of grown faster than my videos have in the past. So yeah, I think it's beneficial. And I think there is a great way to use this, even in this overlanding space that we're in, which you would think that we would not need the technology. And I'm not saying you need it, but it's going to make your life a little easier. It's going to take some time off of meal prep. It even gives you a grocery list. You can tell it what foods that you totally do not want to have. You can tell it, hey, look, I want to have an Italian meal one night. You want to have, tacos. What's the best seasoning for tacos? You can expand that as much as you want to whenever you're dealing with AI. So I hope that you guys embrace it. I hope that you're open to the idea of using it as a tool to make your overland trips and purchases, and maybe even, trying to fix something easier and faster, because there's a lot of information there. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope that you guys are getting to go out. It has been hot and rainy and crazy here in Oklahoma ever since I've been back. I do have a ride coming up this weekend on Saturday. We're going to get together with some guys and just kind of do a drive. So we'll see how that goes. It should be quite a bit of fun. But yeah, get out. Whatever you do, like I always say, make sure that you go all over.